Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo. Then we can be assured that other nations will not treat America with respect, the respect that we deserve.
What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video, and today it is time that we do another kind of last-second deep dive into the North Carolina Senate race that's happening next Tuesday. Yes, I'm promoting the live stream. Next Tuesday, starting at 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be live streaming the results of North Carolina Senate race, Pennsylvania's races, etc. So again, in the description down below, there's a link to the live stream. Click it, and yeah, you'll be sent to the live stream page. Again, click the reminder button so the second the live stream starts, you get notified. So yeah, sorry for promoting that, just kind of had to. And if I sound a little bit dead right now, this is the fourth take I've done on this video. The last 3 times, the video file got corrupted, and the first time, the microphone wasn't even plugged in. So yeah, if I sound a little bit dead right now, I'm sorry. I just gotta get this video out, and well, this is the best way to do it. So yeah, before we continue with today's video though, of course, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash that like button down below. Subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yes, of course, go follow that mysterious Twitter account in the description down below. And yeah, so let's get right into it, folks. Hopefully nothing breaks this time. This is I think the 4th or 5th take. It's ridiculous, but yeah, it happened. So let's get right into it. So North Carolina Senate race is happening next Tuesday. And essentially, this race is kind of over. However, I do want to look at, you know, who the 3 main candidates are, why the current situation in North Carolina is the best case scenario for the Republicans, but also what to watch for on, you know, next Tuesday's stream, because there is a part of the state that everybody should be focused on 110%. So North Carolina really has 3 main Senate candidates for the Republicans. The first one is the Trump-endorsed Ted Budd. This is a very good endorsement by Trump. Ted Budd is one of the best congressmen in North Carolina. Sure, he had a bad, you know, 1 or 2 bad votes, but either way, on the issues, he is solid, good voting record, and quite frankly, he is the best candidate in this race. So it is a good endorsement by Trump. Then you had Mark Walker, who's also another solid representative. This was pointless. I have no clue why he decided to run. I mean, he had essentially a safe seat. I mean, with redistricting, he had essentially a safe seat, and he didn't have to run. There was no point in Mark Walker running in this race. He was a good representative, and his political career is dead. So yeah, Mark Walker, again, he's kind of in 3rd place right now, with Ted Budd, of course, in 1st place. Mark Walker, don't know why he ran. It was stupid, but it, you know, it is what it is. Then we got kind of this, I guess, 2nd place candidate. I know, we kind of went 1st, 3rd, and 2nd, but kind of the order of least shittiest, or I guess the best candidates, to the shittiest candidates. The shittiest candidate is Pat McCrory. My God, this guy is awful. He is just awful. So if you don't know, he was the former governor of North Carolina from 2013 to 2017. Notice how I said former. He lost. He is the reason Roy Cooper is the governor of North Carolina. He should have won that race, especially with Trump on the ballot. It was absurd that he lost that race, and it was just stupid that we got Roy Cooper, a conservative, not conservative, Democrat instead. And Pat McCrory, this campaign, started off actually strong. I mean, you go down here, and while most of this is probably name recognition, he was still at the mid-40s, maybe, you know, low 40s at times. But either way, he was, for a while, the clear frontrunner. And for a bit there, it seemed like Ted Budd was pulling to Mo Brooks. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Ted Budd was just refusing the campaign, just like what Mo Brooks did. And it seemed like Budd was going to be a flop. But then Bud started the campaign. He started to do campaign events, started to do rallies and stuff, started to shake people's hands. And well, he surged. But what was the biggest thing that happened during this time? It was, big part, it was Bud actually getting off his ass and doing things. But what happened during this time was one of the biggest blunders I ever seen a campaign do. If you don't know, North Carolina is one of the most pro-Trump GOPs in the country by far. And this genius, Pat McCrory, is essentially a never Trumper. And we had a couple of those like Matt Dolan and a few others this cycle. But either way, they usually did good, all right? They weren't like, oh, I'm a never Trumper, I wish he was never president. They were just like, okay, I just disagree with some of his policies. But this genius thought, I'm gonna run a bunch of ads bashing the former president, and by the way, I'm gonna tie Ted Bud to Russia for, not wanting to get us involved in Ukraine, though Bud did have a bad vote recently. But either way, this clown attacked Bud for being pro-Trump. You heard that right. For being pro-Trump, he attacked Ted Bud. It's like, what are you doing? And, of course, Ted Bud surged. And Pat McCrory is just barely in second place. It's like, you had a chance to be very competitive, and you blew it. Absolutely blew it. It's an embarrassment, and it should be a closer race than it was. But Bud got off his ass, and Pat McCrory just blew it. It was stupid what he did, and yeah. So that is what's happening with the race, and it appears that Ted Bud is the clear frontrunner. Recent polls have him up by at least like 20, 30 points. It's a landslide borderline. But I'm going to continue talking about this for a second, because there is something everybody should pay attention to during the election night. It is a part of the state that, everybody should watch. Up here in I guess you could say northeastern Carolina. That's the best way to say it. Not, over here by, Wake County and Mecklenburg. No. Don't pay attention to this. Look at what happens for turnout over here. This is going to be a good indicator to see how the blue-collar rural vote is shifting. Because you look at some of these counties. These are very rural, but they're also fairly Democrat. The reason for that is, well, a lot of these counties have a lot of blue dog Dems essentially living there. And this used to be Obama country. You go here and look at places like, Hertford. Obama gets 70% of the vote here. Trump, or Biden, he got 66% with a 4-point drop-off, but that's not the biggest one. Go to some of these other counties, like, I think it is Bertie County's the one. You go to Bertie County, this is the one. Yeah, another 5-point jump. So all this entire area has shifted, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points in some areas to the Republican Party. But that's not their max. Republicans could easily pick off a lot more of these counties. And that's what people should focus on, because you go to the primary results and you go up to the more northern part of, northeastern Carolina, you see a lot of these counties are where Trump did best. In theory, if turnout was very high, it would most likely be in the more Trumpian part of the state, also down here. But either way, everybody should pay attention to the turnout that happens over here, because if Republicans outperform Democrats in turnout over here, I'm calling it Ted Bud wins by like 8 or 9 points easily. So yeah, this is the part of the state everybody should pay attention to. Anyways, that is all I'm going to be talking about today. There really isn't much else to talk about because, well, this race is kind of settled. But again, for the election, everybody just pay attention to this part of the state to see how turnout looks. If Democrats getting robbed in turnout, that's not a good sign. That is not a good sign whatsoever for the Democrats. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yes, of course, follow that mysterious Twitter account in the description down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.